Okay. Now, number 16 is really similar to the one we did back on number 11. So we have Charles, and he's going to marry Elaine. Charles and Elaine. And they tell us that Charles and his ex-wife had a child. Oops. Oh no. My ink's going out. That had cystic fibrosis. Oh, it's not on my paper. That's weird. So it's gone out in my pen. Oh, there it came back. Oh, thank you, buddy. That had cystic fibrosis. But they don't have cystic fibrosis. So that means they are... It didn't really tell us about his previous wife, but... Okay, so we don't really know. His wife may have had cystic fibrosis. I don't really think that she did. But... we know she's at least got to be a carrier, right? So we don't really know that. All right, so now we know Steve's condition. Now they're considering having a child, and what is the probability of their child being affected is what we're trying to figure out. So that means we need to know some more information about Elaine. Now we know that she had a brother that died of cystic fibrosis. So that means she is being little. And it doesn't tell us that, do they? Now that Charles and Elaine have the disease. It doesn't tell us this information up here, so we're going to have to make an assumption. You got to be careful with assumptions. I always recommend not doing it. We know they each have they carry a recessive allele. Now, we are going to assume that since they don't tell us about mom and dad having cystic fibrosis, that they didn't have cystic fibrosis. So the probability of Elaine, I don't know how to spell Elaine, and I'm looking right at it. There we go. Being a carrier is 2/4 or a half. Oh, I'm so sorry. 2/3. So remember, big A, crossed with big little, big, big little, little. So Elaine is not little. So it means there's only 3 options that she can be. So that's why we're out of thirds instead of out of fourths. And so she could either be, there's only 2 ways of those 3 that she could be a carrier. And then, so it's Elaine to be a carrier and then affected child. So now we say Elaine is a carrier and Charles is a carrier. I don't know why I wrote it again because we already have that Punnett square written down. But since I wrote it, I'm going to finish it. There's a 1/4 chance of the child having the disorder, which gives me 2/12 or 1/6.